Big up, good afternoon. What's good, my boys, my people? What's good, United fans, my fellow football fans, wherever you are? Big up to all of you joining. Sorry I'm 2 minutes late, but it was taking a long to connect. I was sitting here on time, and it was just taking long to connect. Big up to you guys coming in here with the daily update, guys, for you. A bit of news coming in the transfer ethos of Manchester United, as well as some other news coming in. Let's see how it goes, guys. I'm going to drop the link in the comments. I forgot to send the link to Thema Banks. You know, GB, if you're in the comments, my bro, just copy that link and just drop it in the group chat for Thema Banks for me. No, wait, you're not in the group chat. Oh, forget it, bro. I'll do it myself. Big up to everyone joining. Let's get into the news really quickly. While I made that brilliant thing, guys. Let's go. Let's check it out right now. And the reports coming in, likelihood it's possibly going to be a double deal coming in soon with Burnley not wanting to stand in the way of Sander Berge joining Manchester United. What's going to happen there? I don't know how you guys are feeling. I'm not too keen on the signing, but at the end of the day, if the scouting department has chosen this guy, maybe he has what it takes. Big up to all of you coming in. Don't forget to smash a like. All the likes count. Early likes help the channel grow really well, guys. Big up to all of you. Don't forget. Yeah, I heard we're going to be paying something in the region of £25 million is the offer. He's already keen on joining Manchester United. Let's just get into the story, guys. Burnley are keen not to stand in the way of Sander Berge if he wants to join Manchester United. But what the Red Devils want to match their asking price is what they're asking for. Manchester United have been in contact with the midfielders' representatives and Burnley over a potential deal. The Premier League Giants want to bring in the midfielder this summer and are considering several options, guys. The midfielder is keen on a move to Old Trafford where he could earn as much as 100k per week. It has been claimed by Burnley they do not want to stand in the way of completing his dream move to Manchester United. However, the Clarets are not prepared to compromise on their asking price for the Norwegian star. Burnley have made it clear to Manchester United that they want a fee of £30 million and want the Red Devils to meet their financial demands. Manchester United are assessing their options and could soon press the accelerator in pursuit in the next coming days. Guys, what are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments. Would you take Sander Berge at Manchester United? Six more to 700 subs, and my buddy is coming in. Big up to you, Thema Banks. What's good, bro? I'm gonna bring you in one time. Sorry, I forgot to send you the link, bro.
Yeah, I know it's okay. It's okay. I'm okay. How are you doing? How are you doing? I hope you're good.
I'm chilling.
I hope
I'm
you're
chilling.
fine.
I'm gonna go into the next story really quickly, bro, and then we're gonna react to these two stories. You'll tell me what you're thinking. There's one or two other bits of possible news coming in as well, so I just want to keep it moving with that. So,
Okay, okay,
as
okay,
as
okay.
per reports, guys, as you know, there has been some reports coming in that free agent Hermoso is one of the targets for Manchester United. Let's check it out. A versatile defender. He played many games for Atletico Madrid last season, and he's a very good talent. And Mario Hermoso is reportedly on Manchester United's radar. While he's 29 years old and might not fit the new age limit parameters of Ineos, it might be something of an emergency signing in the sense that, Lenny Euro is out for the next 2.5 months, and we are still short on the centre back after losing Rafael Varane and young upstart Willie Kwambala. Really like the look of that kid, to be fair. United are searching the market for more defensive options following the injury of the French centre back, so it has to be known that we are in. And it's reported that the negotiations are in the initial phase with the defender demanding a 3-year deal with a gross salary of €6 million. Guys, and if you don't know what that means, it's going to be somewhere in the region of 90 to 100k per week, and it's going to be that's going to be the fee that we're going to be paying him. It's going to be very easy for us to do this deal. €6 million is effectively something like 4.7 or 5.2 million pounds. So it's going to be, a lot cheaper than what we pay for Ericsson on our books. What are your thoughts about that? I think that I like the look of the defender. He is tall, strong, good on the ball, great tackler, and he can provide a lot with his engine going forward in the need to playing a high line. What are your thoughts, guys? Temba, let me know what you're thinking about this one, bro.
Okay. Almost is a good player. She understand me. But yet again, this is what you call panic buy. This is panic buy because this clearly indicates that there was no reason for the likes of Rafael Varane to leave in the first place. Because people were talking about the fact that it was all about the money. It was all about him not willing to take out a salary down. But we saw Rafael Varane left United to go to Como. Como. Tell me, how is Como being able to pay Rafael Varane? Because they made a deal happen. Now, coming to Manchester United, people, when these guys came in, people thought um, it was a new generation. Things are going to turn around and everything. But I said to some people, I said, I've seen people, fans of Nice, they have been complaining. Like somebody said, someone guy complained on my stream that they should not be too excited because these guys are going to come in there. You guys are going to think they've got plans to do, and they won't do nothing. Now, it's a good thing they brought in the Euro. They brought in Zexi. Going for Omoso right now. If I tell you I've watched many games about of that dude, I'll be lying. I know he's decent, he's a good player, but I can't tell you that I've watched him time after time again. And I won't lie to you, this is one of the free transfers that's going to come into Manchester United because after the game tomorrow, if the game goes wrong, more panic buy are going to come in. Because for me, I like the reason why they sold Kwambala. Like I never understood, man. I can understand that the likes you allowed for Rafa Varane go, but Willie Kwambala, he looked as a player that can do a job. This is one thing I probably have with Manchester United fans or the club as a whole. Man, you will be willing and ready to give outsider their youth players opportunity chance, but not their own. Not their own. Willie Kwambala came in and he looked very decent. In the games he played, he looked very decent. Yes, there are some games whereby he made, I think he will say, it's just one game. He made a mistake in one game. But every opportunity he was given, he played and performed well. Yet, they will be cashing on him. They sold him for £10 million, 10 million to Villarreal. Now you understand now. Will Kampala will go there now, do well. All of a sudden, United will be backing for him because we have seen this thing before. We have seen it before. Look at it. You were saying something yesterday on the stream that if Sander Badge was so good, why is Vincent Company not coming back for him? We have seen people's managers whenever they leave the club, they go get the player they rate. We saw it with what's his name, Enzo Maresca.
Yeah.
Immediately he got to Chelsea, he wanted Dewsbury. It is because he knows he's a good player. He knows he rates him. Now, that conversation yesterday we had, it forced me now into going to watch a bit of that guy called Sander Badge, and he looked very, very decent. I won't lie to you. He looked very decent. Another question I want to ask again because these guys come into this club. We all thought they will spend the money to bring in players, but it is not looking like it. Get rid of players. They don't want to get rid of players. The likes of Aaron Wan-Bissaka, because of the amount of money they've placed him on, it demands 7 million. And for me, guys, 7 million is not too much. Yes, negotiate with him, sit him down. We're not going to give you 7 million. We will give you 5 million or 4 million. For crying out loud, Manchester United are selling him for 18 million. 18 million. So it's not a bad idea, but you give him 4 million, go. Harry Maguire, go. So that it gives you that avenue to bring in more players. We have seen it. This is what top big club do. Real Madrid did it with what's it called? With Eddie Hazard. They called him, sit him down, dude. We're going to give you this much. Leave the club. Terminate his contract. You sent a strong message. Like when I said to my friend, I said, if Scott McTominay, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Harry Maguire goes on tour, forget it. They're not leaving the club. When you know you want to get rid of a player You don't take them on tour. You drop them. You make it known to them, guys. Guys, you don't suit the project we're going at. We want you guys gone. And when you want to sell a player, be ready also to, be considerate. Come sit down. Let's have a conversation, guys. Okay, this is what they are paying for you guys. Okay, we'll give you 2 million. We'll give you 3 million. And there's a deal. There's a deal there to be done. The likes of Aaron Wan-Bissaka asking for £7 million, and United just like, no, we're not going to give it to him. We won't give it to him. He will start at the club, and the next season he goes for free. So who, at the end of the day, who lose? Who is
United.
losing? Who is losing? Because it doesn't make any sense. That's why I commend what Chelsea did with Conor Gallagher. They told him straight, dude, we don't have a plan for you. You are going to be playing with the team B. Yes, it was harsh, but sometimes you have to be ruthless as well. Be ruthless. Send a strong message. That is where they will know, okay, these guys are not kidding. The only difference here between Sergeant Ratcliffe and Glazers or John Mato is that they have decided they are not going to overpay. That is only different. But the same thing is happening whereby they are not able to get rid of players. Because me, I said to people, I said, if I'm going to rate Manchester United transfer window, it's not going to be incoming. It's not going to be incoming. For me, like if I'm a United fan, I'll tell you, I'll be happy with Manchester United not even signing any player, but getting rid of all this dead wood in the club. Get rid of these people. Because now you won't be able to criticize Ten Hag. You won't be able to like criticize him. Because at the end of the day, he has people whereby he does not want in the club anymore. But why he pisses me off is that he plays them anyway. That's why it pisses me off. Sometimes drop them. For me, if I was Ten Hag, I'm sorry, Harry Maguire, you're not going. I'll go and pack all those kids. We'll go to tour. Send message to these guys. Let them understand that no, we want you guys gone. We want you guys out of the club. And if they don't do this, it's the same thing that happened last season. It's going to happen this season as well. Or more so, I don't know much about him, but Sander Berge was somebody I went yesterday and watched clips of him. Even against Real Madrid, against Manchester United, the guy was balling. He was balling against Manchester United. Like I could see. And somebody said yesterday that he would rather have Scott McTominay stay at the club than bring Sander Berge. Sometimes Manchester United fan base are also a problem. Honestly, you ask some of them. One was saying about selling Rashford for 80 million. The question, let's be realistic here. Which club is run properly that will splash out 80 million pounds on Marcus Rashford? The possibility of Jadon Sancho going for 80 million is very high than Rashford going for 80 million. They will tell you, they come tell you, no, he has his shirt will sell and everything. I'm talking about a competent team that is well run. We are not talking about what you bring to the team, what you bring on the field of play. And the likes of PSG, they've been telling us for PSG for how many years? Marcus Rashford PR team is very, very strong. Is very strong. Because they've been linking Marcus Rashford to PSG for how many years? Only for PSG to come and show interest in Jadon Sancho. So make it make sense. Who is the player between two of them? Who is
100%.
rated? Because one thing is that when you look at the whole thing here, Marcus Rashford does his PR, goes. It works. People believes. And it's working to United. They gave him a new contract. And people tell you, Ten Hag did not sign him. Ten Hag did not sign Sancho. I tell you, but technically, Ten Hag signed Rashford because he gave him a new contract. When you have a player in a team, you met a player there. If you don't see him fit to do what you want, you don't give him contract of that magnitude. Like
True.
Rashford is on the same amount of money the likes of Erling Haaland is earning. Bukayo Saka, Mo Salah are earning. But yet, you cannot ask him to put in that same performance on the pitch. It cannot be asked. And people tell you, this year, he looks sharp. We have seen this thing before. We've seen it before. One year, he
100%.
looks sharp. The following year, is crap. So, for me, I won't be surprised if Rashford comes in, start banking in the goal. I won't be surprised. I would not be surprised because he has had a full year. He didn't go to the Euros. He has been training. So if he comes in banging in the goals, then it will make sense. But one thing is for sure: if Manchester United are going to do well this season, then Ten Hag must stop forcing into our throat Garnacho, Rashford, and Anthony. Whosoever is not working, drop that person to the bench. Play people that there are people that deserves game time. We have seen it. There are people that deserve game time. For me, I believe Sadabaj is going to be a good addition based on what I saw. He's a player that knows how to, like, you can say he has that leg he's mobile. It's not like Casemiro, but Casemiro, when he gets the ball, just pass it to the next person. This guy still knows how to make run. But for that person yesterday that said he would rather have Scott McTominay stay in the club than bring in Cinder Badge. When he says, I asked him, I said, are you being serious right now? I asked him, are you serious? Because what is this, man? I don't understand about United fans, man. They rate their player, overhype their player. At one point, they say he's shite, he's not good. The next point, they don't even know what they want.
Yeah,
Big
yeah.
up to him, Mick Ruby.
Big up to
So
Mick Ruby. Coming in,
big
Mick.
up to Mick Ruby. So that's what I have to say, man. Honestly, man, you just need to just cut their claws. They just need to understand that yes, we have spent money on these players and it has not worked. Let us, get the money, pay him off, leave the club. That's
Sorry
it.
guys, I didn't catch up. I didn't keep up with the chat there, but let me get into the chat, guys. Sorry about that. Paul S is coming in with a massive super chat. Big up to Paul S. Big up to you. Thank you so much for your contribution. People are entitled to their opinions, but I vaguely feel deceived by what Ineos, Ashworth, and Wilcox brought in for this window to do business, not give excuses. 100%. And that's a big point coming in there. You know what I mean? And as we're talking about it, a lot of us feel a little bit disappointed or disenchanted by the current state of the transfer window. Now, in one hand, if you say it from my perspective, I'm a little bit okay. Yeah, I'm frustrated, but I'm a little bit patient because I know the problems we had over the last decade won't be overcome with just best in class. It's going to take time to fix all these problems. You got to put things in place to stop the rut and then start repairing. You know what I mean? So it might get worse before it gets better. So this is what I think. I don't know what you guys think. Mick, you're now coming in. Maybe you can say that,
Yeah,
and then Themba could give his opinion as well.
Temba Banks, like big up to you, my friend.
Big up, Ruby. Big up, Ruby.
Yeah, it's good to see you in live in person. I heard what you said, and guess what? We were never going to fix everything in one window, and that's you got to be realistic, right? So that's the
Yeah,
thing.
true.
And when you're talking about best in class, I mean, we got the best in class background stuff, so we should be happy about that. Now they have all the ingredients, they're setting the right processes, and basically what we said in yesterday's stream with Papi, with Botswana Papi, it is basically they're trying to fix their fucking shit, what the previous establishment tried to do. They throw in a hand grenade in the locker room, and lo and behold, we're calling anti-Semites to come in and clean up the fucking shit that's been sprayed over the wall, so yeah, like, and it's a shambles what they've created, like, the player power. Aaron Wan-Bissaka demanding 7 million, buy me out kind of thing. Scott McTominay needs to go. Listen, you're not complaining about um, Sanderberg. Like, at the end of the day, he's a system player. Like, he's not a sexy shirt signer. And I understand that United fans are used to the old traditional, we go and buy commercial shirt signings. Everyone got onto the Ugarte situation. Before that, nobody really knew who Ugarte was until they started to look at the compilations. But I did a video today, this morning, and I was like, hang on, let's do some little bit of research. The guy's a fucking baller, right? He's taller and baller. He's not 195 centimeters tall. He's not that bad in interceptions at what the stats are saying, you know. So I've been watching a little bit. So whatever the club decides, apparently there's gonna be some signings. Delik's gonna come in 100%. They don't want this Dumfries. They want to have the first target, which is Mazaroui, and Bayern are forced to sell 100%. They're putting pressure. Leverkusen putting pressure. So at the end of the day, United's done something smart, which is just put in a bid on 50 million for both. And at the end of the day, Bayern will fucking take it. That's it, right? So we've gone fishing. We've gone fishing. We've thrown in the bait. It's like you've been fishing, Mr. Banks. You've been fishing, right? You know
Yeah,
how
yeah,
it is.
yeah,
You just
yeah,
don't throw it in and pull it in straight away. You let
yeah,
it sink there. Let them take the bait. You pull in, you pull out. You pull in, and then you catch the fish. This is what United is
yeah,
doing at the moment. Same with PSG. PSG is in the same corner. They brought in a lot of players. You're not going to keep an Ugarte that's handed in a transfer request. That's going to be an expensive bench option, right? So at the end of the day, I think Ugarte will be a Man United player. I think they're going to buy Sanderberg, and I think they're going to buy Yusuf Fofana on cheap, right? For me, it's all
Yeah.
about squad depth at the end of the day. And next season, we go on the market and buy something better. Maybe it's a stopgap. I don't know, but it's too early to judge as of yet. That's my realistic opinion, right? So I'm like you. I'm in on your camp as well. Like, I know a lot of my community. I read a lot of comments, but I'm just saying, well, hang on around. This time around, I'm just going to sit back, make myself a cup of tea, and just watch this unfold. Because there's 3 weeks left
Mhm.
of the window. I know we're playing Community Shield. I know we got a little bit spoiled with two, fast signings, but now it's been just try to sell to buy. And a lot of clubs around there buying. The clubs that we're dealing with, Bayern, PSG, everyone is trying to do the same thing. So
Yeah.
it's the domino effect, guys. So just be cool, composed. Things will happen. Amrabat
Yeah.
will come in on a free as well. 100%. He's sitting there waiting. Same in the locker room like last season. We were letting him to rot to the end of the window, and finally we said, "Come back, please." Yeah. So Amrabat will
But
be
did
on
it,
the line.
yeah,
And
I'm Amrabat now. On Amrabat, I think Galatasaray and
yeah,
Fenerbahce are also making
yeah, loan
inquiry
deals,
about.
loan.
Okay, it was also a loan deal.
Yes, yes, yes. I mean, if you look at the
Okay,
Turks, they
okay,
come in
okay.
with a low bid, like they punch below the belt, like they think they're going to get that done, right? But at the end of the day, like we need to sell Lindelof. He needs to go to Fenerbahce for 5 million. And we said before, like just cut your losses, right? If you want to
Yeah,
rebuild the squad, cut the losses, get the Steadwood out. Luke Shaw is injured again. What the hell is that about? Come on.
that was crazy. That was crazy because I don't understand how is Luke Shaw injured. Luke Shaw did not play most of the game for United last season. I
Hmm?
was surprised he made the list for Euros. He did not play most of the games. You play the final, and all of a sudden, by United fans will be like, "Man, yes, he looked good. Yeah, at least Luke Shaw is back." And I saw many United fans putting Luke Shaw in the first 11. And I kept asking, like, it is crazy how people are depending on Luke Shaw, knowing
Yeah.
fully well what kind of a player he is. All of a sudden, he comes out, Luke Shaw is injured. Like, how are you getting injured? I don't understand. What is getting Luke Shaw injured? Like, are you
This,
getting injured in vacation? I don't understand. You went on vacation for 3 weeks. You come back, you're getting injured. I
this
don't
is a joke.
understand, man.
It's a joke. It's a
It's
joke.
a
At
joke,
least we
man.
send him on a preseason training, like preseason training with England camp, right? You get himself fit to the semi and the finals, and then he's injured. What the hell,
Man,
right?
man.
Anyway,
Another person that came to United to retire is Malaysia. Malaysia just came to retire. I'm sorry. And this is
yeah,
where you look at Ten Hag again. Why is Ten Hag signing players from his agency? You are bringing in Malaysia. That one just came for retirement. After
yeah.
he had those few games, he'll not be fit anymore.
I'm damn sure that the current people that are working there, and I mean I'm talking about the head of recruitment as well. What's his name?
Yeah.
Christopher Vivel. We have
Mhm.
astute people working on this, and I know there's going to be at least 3-4 signings in. Hallelujah! I think so. It's going to be. But you guys just, community, I understand. We just have to sit back, watch them unfold. At the end of the day, we don't choose the players, and I'm saying
That's
I'm
true.
okay if they fit the system because we don't know the plan. We've seen glimpses in the preseason tour, but we haven't seen the seniors playing yet, as of yet.
Yeah.
So now we're going to
Yeah.
see glimpses in the community shield. So, yeah, I'm excited. Like, bring it on, bring it on.
So do you think Bruno and Rashford start? Okay, Okay, let me just say Rashford because do you think Bruno will still play that much? Because I still think Bruno is not really like ready. Bruno Zexi. Is it possible we're going to see them, or maybe we're going to see a
Xerxes, I
first
would love
nine
to
of
see
Sancho?
Xerxes.
Or
Yeah,
I would like to see. I've not really seen Zexi, man. People say he's good, but I've not really seen him, man. I've never even watched his clip because sometimes those
mm.
clips can be very, very deceiving as well. You go check out a player compilation; it looks
Yeah.
very, very good. But the one
Demba,
I'm
I think that we will see Xerxes tomorrow. I think Xerxes will play tomorrow.
okay.
Maybe he will come off the bench. Maybe he will start with Sanchez, a false number 9. What do you think, Mark?
Well, I'm thinking that Sancho will probably feature in some minutes, whether he plays off the left or he plays at false nine. I think with Hoyland injured, that's going to be certainly an option. Certainly, Xerxes is certainly not going to play every single game 90 minutes for the first few weeks. I don't think that's going to be the case. So whether he starts some games and then he starts some other, and then they share some possession as well, I think that's going to be the case. And I'm looking forward to what what he does, because at the end of the day, in my honest opinion, I believe that he's going to be a good player. I think Sancho has the capabilities to perform really well for us, whether it's left wing or in the like the center of attack as a false nine. But he got to deliver. He got to come out and show that fight and do it himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He
no,
have
no,
bags of talent and everything, all
yeah,
the amenities. Like Marcus Rashford is the same thing. You have all the mechanics to be a top player, but the effort, the output, it doesn't match the quality that they have. This is why a lot of fans like myself is be overly critical of some of these players. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
and then
But
talking about that, I just wanted to, interrupt the conversation slightly to bring this other talking point to the stage too now. Because I saw this and I was talking about this a lot last season, Mick. I know you hear me banging on about it. And I was talking about the fact that last season this guy was going through a lot of mental stress and strain
Mhm.
over the situations. And he came out in an interview recently and was talking about it. He even talked about the fact that he knows his right foot is his weaker foot. His most important goals that he set in his notes to work on is to be more able to be flexible with his right foot, cross more of the ball, score some right-footed goals, help deliver for the team. He also was saying that when whether Ahmad score, whether it's Garnacho, it's Bruno, it's Rashford, it's McTominay,
yeah,
he is celebrating because at the end of the day, winning as a team, winning for Manchester United is more important than who delivering the
yeah,
goals.
exactly.
You
As
know
an
what I mean?
individual, yeah, yeah,
And as
I
an
agree.
individual, I know I feel like a lot of fans must probably misunderstood this guy. He had a terrible season last season. I'm not going to make excuses for that. But I feel like if it have some players who genuinely, like a Scott McTominay who's played for the badge, Scott might not
Okay.
he might be limited, but the general heartfelt emotion and general
Yeah,
energy
yeah.
is for United. So I feel like fans, we could give this guy a little bit of a chance. He already have to fight his way back into playing time. So let's see if he could do it, because in all fairness, we don't need to make excuses for him now. We just need to see if he could do it or not. If he can't fight his way back into the team, then he'll be gone next season, and that's the reality of it. You know what I'm saying, guys?
Yeah, yeah, I hear
Yeah.
what you're saying, and I agree with Paul S is saying as well. Like, there's no excuses for any players this season. They have all the tools in the locker, all the best in coaching class. We have Ruud van Nistelrooy, we have Hanke, we have everything except peace coaches. There's no excuse, right? Armas should be our starting left back tomorrow. I 100% agree. There is no other choice. But regarding Anthony as well, I've been saying that if we recruit in Mazaroui, I think the Mazaroui will enable Anthony on the right. I think so.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
used to play together, so they know each other's game. Like
Yeah.
Anthony's stats in the game that he used to play at Ajax was totally different, and that was thanks to Mazaroui and all these players as well. So judge and jury is out. Like, yeah, I agree he had a bad season, but this season there's no excuse for Anthony. This is the make or break. Like, if he doesn't succeed, he'll be on the chopping block next season, man. So I like that everyone has pressure. Now you have to perform this season, otherwise you'll be sold.
Because there's a right structure in place right now. Because when we're talking about pressure, not just Anthony, the likes of Rashford, Mason Mount should also be under pressure. For me, I still don't understand that Mason Mount signing. Honestly, like to date, I don't still don't understand why Mason Mount was brought into the club.
There's no hiding, man. There's no hiding.
Honestly,
This,
based on no hiding. Everybody needs to perform, but being everybody performing is based on the fact that everybody gets opportunities. And with what Paul has said here, Amas is our starting left back. Face it. I don't think it's a bad idea because I don't think City will also use their first 11 as well. But the honest truth is that will Ten Hag be willing to take that risk and play Amas as a left back tomorrow? That is the question.
he
That is the
will.
question. Will
He will.
he?
Well, I mean,
I
I
just
don't know.
want
I
to.
don't want to be the one guy to say this, but from what I've been reading and following with the academy lately, that seems to have been the case all of preseason. They've been looking at it as a reality, that possibility that they may not be able to sign someone for that part of the deputization, so they might have to use a young player. And we also looking for Luke Shaw to at least be available sometime before Christmas, and Terrell Malacia should be back at the end of October. So they said maybe having him cover while getting Mazaroui would have been able to be flexible. He left or right, you know what I mean? Could have pushed Dallo there some games, could have come on as a backup, finish off 1 or 2 games depending on the position the club in. I think now is one of those times where United just have to go with the gung ho. Throw these youths in, give them the opportunity, let them perform. You know what I mean, and see how it works. Because sometimes not playing a youngster, in my honest opinion, is kind of slow down their development. I know in some ways you want to give players time to develop and to develop, but not all youngsters need minutes here, minutes there. Some youngsters, you could throw them into the fire. You know what I mean? Some of them
Yeah.
just mature enough in the style of play and competent. Now, I have a request from one of the chat members, so I just wanted to bring it to you guys to the
Yeah, well, while
stage.
you're doing that, I can just say that to spin off that what you're saying, like we have no other option, and this preseason tour has been kind of one giant, rehearsal for both young Murray and Amas. So they're proven that they can do it. So I believe they're going to start tomorrow. But when we're speaking about there's a lot of players that need to prove, there's nowhere to hide. I mean, nobody's protected. What you're saying, Rashford is not protected. Even Andrew Onana needs to improve himself, like to take more risks. Like
Yeah.
I'm not being his biggest fan. There's so many easy goals he's put in. So I want to see why we're recruiting a ball playing goalkeeper, like, with a good distribution. But
Mm-hmm.
so far, he needs to work on his dive going down, right? That is the simple goals that he lets in. So, yeah, if he's not performing, then I would say just put him on the second goalkeeper and just play by under. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
this season, there's
100%.
no excuses. We are here building a fucking award-winning team. We want to see some trophies. We're on Europa League. We have an opportunity to establish ourselves in the top four at least and win all cups. So this is my expectations now. Ineos, thank to you. You raised the standards by putting best in class people. And I would just say that, listen, if we don't sign any more signings until the window closed, then I fucking panic. But until now, I'm staying cool and composed. Yeah.
Me too, me too. And guys, before I will let Tembo go on this first, because Brendan, he's a football head like Jarvis now. So he sent this to me. This is his comparison. Now we spoke about it on a previous stream, Brendan. Brendan was in the chat talking about this guy. I've been watching at him playing for Hoffenheim last season as well. I mean in Mainz. He's a good player, and in my honest opinion, when they look at the comparison and the pricing, it's not a bad option. I was saying to Brendan that it's just sad our scouting didn't look at this player, in my honest opinion. What do you guys think? I'm gonna just make it a little bit bigger so you guys can see it.
Well, I cannot lie. When I did a video this morning regarding Sanderberg's progressive passes, I've seen I've studied Sanderberg, but he's got some amazing long pass ranges. He's fast, explosive. He does the simple things, but his football intelligence is IQ. Anton Stach, yeah, you can see it's totally different. Like, if you look at his progressing ball passes recovery, where is it? 5.2, 2.0.
Mm.
I look at the bottom line, like tackles, interception, blocks, clearances, aerials ones. If you look at Sanderberg's 195, he's got amazing aerial duels, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
192, 91.
192 for Sanderberg, but this
Ah,
guy have 2.31, which is more
ah.
in a way.
I
So
mean,
it's like I think they're wrong a similar height in honest opinion. I think Anton Stack is probably like a inch shorter, not really that much difference in terms of height when it comes to comparison. But I think based on athletic ability, I mean I can't say I've only seen a few games of him. I mean I did watch him in the Bundesliga this season because it's not too far away. I've seen him play against Dortmund as well as my home team
Hmm.
in the DFB Pokal. So I think he's a very, very good player. And in my honest opinion, I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, we should be
Why
looking
don't
at
you
this
put
guy
on
as
Scott
well.
McTominay up there as well and compare? Like some people say they'd
yeah.
rather keep Scott McTominay. That's bullshit. Scott McTominay needs to go. So if you put Anton Stark, Sanderberg versus Scott McTominay, like, if Scott
Yeah.
McTominay, we will get in two midfielders if he gets sold. And that's
Uh,
the fact.
well, I'll have to ask Brendan if he have the time to make the comparison as well. He probably in the chat somewhere there because he was the one that asked me to put this up for you guys, and he's a football nerd to be fair. And like Brendan is saying,
I
like
love
we're
you,
not
man.
we're not we're not
I mean,
to put this up, guys. He not saying that Sanderberg is a terrible player, but he's saying in comparison, the real difference is just pass completion. That's the
Yeah,
real,
Hmm.
you
but
know
it
what I
also
mean?
depends on which team you've been playing for, right? If
Yeah.
if both of them steps up to United, one is already Premier League proven, one already played in the Champions League and a championship, which is bloody 66 game. He's not injury prone. If he all of a sudden steps up to Manchester United, that's a total different level. You might see completely different stats. Anton Stach, you know, coming into Premier League versus Sunderberg that's already got the Premier League, with the, Burnley and
Burnley.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. So I don't know. I'm just saying, like, you can compare, you can look at stats, but at the end of the day, when he played against United, when he played Sunderberg, when I was watching him play, and I did this
Man,
compilation today,
man.
I was like, wow, okay, we need height there, 100%.
No.
This guy's got IQ. Basically, he can cover a single pivot.
Yeah.
I
Because
mean,
I watched, I went, like I said to you, after the argument we had last night, I went to watch Center Badge. And sometimes I don't go with stacked. I want to see the high test. I want to see it. Because sometimes all these stats can also kind of deceive you and deceive us and everything. So I don't go by that. Sometimes you just need to see the high test. And when I went and watched Sander Badge, I could see all it was covering basically the old
Everything.
midfield against Manchester United, the moves, the runs with the ball. I
Hmm.
was so impressed. So
Yeah.
that's why I said no. If United can get him, and at this guy you're talking about, now, this touch, I've not seen him. I've not seen him.
No,
I've not really seen him play. So I've only
Temba,
seen,
Temba, all I'm saying is you can challenge the stats to say which team are you playing for and what are they
yeah,
playing? What kind of style are they
yeah,
playing?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's another thing again. Which team are they playing for again?
Hmm. So
right.
Burnley,
And the open net. So it
Midmark.
makes sense as well.
Yeah.
It does make
Right.
sense.
So I have three more important talking points I want you guys to your opinions on, right? And we're gonna go with the wildest of the bunch. When I say the wildest of the bunch, I think a lot of people not expecting this. I certainly not expecting this, but this is currently what is being reported right now. It's I'm getting this news not only on this site but in Germany. I've been hearing some talks about this, so I'm gonna bring this to the stage
Oh
and let's hear
no,
what
no,
everyone has
no,
to say
no,
about
Brent.
this.
Oh,
Manchester United planning a fresh bid
I
for
knew it was.
Jarrod Branthwaite.
I
Man,
knew it
it's
was
crazy,
coming.
man. Like it's crazy, man. Like what
Wait,
are they doing?
no, I mean he was the first target we were linked to, and
Yeah, I
now
know.
Everton is in the mud, so it's gone fishing again. We've been throwing in the bait, and now it's time to pull it out. So yeah, but who is reporting this, Mark? Where is this coming from?
Well, there's one from the German outlet, not Plettyberg, same Sky, but just not Plettyberg. There had been a report about it this morning. So then when I saw this on from the people's Sam from the people's person talking about this, I was like, that's interesting. I'd heard
So
nowhere else.
now
Huh?
the fresh bid will be how much?
I
Because we
don't know.
all know Manchester United offered 45 million pounds plus 5 million on add-ons. It was rejected. And you have an opportunity of getting the late and Mazaroui for 50 million or 55 million pounds max. I think the
Yeah,
benefit of doing a deal here with Everton is that they are
yeah,
going
but
to
apparently
probably
we need
play
a left.
more, pay more, then stretch the payment. But
Yeah,
I think Bayern Munich wants the money cash.
yeah, but apparently we need a left footer, and there is one that we just been recently linked today. What was his name? I can't remember.
Is it Goglu?
No, 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 no. I mean, we're talking about left-footed centre back.
Okay, left center back. I'm not even seeing the report, but I don't know why United be willing to go for Jerry Brightwaite because they will see you guys coming. They'll see United coming. They know that they are going through injury already as it is. So I will just say, just pay the money, Mazui and Matthias Delete. Once
Yeah.
55 million pounds, get the deal done
To be
and stop
fair,
waiting.
bro,
Yeah.
I,
Okay.
I wouldn't go back in for another bid. So this I just hoping this is transfer rumors. I hope that
Mhm.
this is all this is because in my honest opinion, if we offer 45 plus five, why we don't just take that 45 and offer it
Oh,
for a Gonzalo Ramos? I mean Gonzalo Ignacio. Because Gonzalo
Yeah.
Ignacio, is
It's 51 years,
51
55
million.
million pounds.
Yeah,
51
son.
million. It's
It's
51
yeah,
like
million.
might as well we go at this guy because I think that might be the better sign. And he's left footed as well, more experienced. He's done it. He's a leader in his team. He played not only in his
But
local competition but in Europe as well. So he giving you that experience as well coming
look,
in. So
look.
that's just
At the
me.
end of the day, at the end of it, we are coming back for the targets that are on the list at the end of the window. Now we've spoken about something, and just now came out like 9 minutes ago, if I may say so. I will add this to the stage. Basically, Man United
Okay.
have spoken to agent of Arsenal target to ask about terms of questions. It's no other than Ferdi Carioglio.
Yeah,
Just came out right now.
yeah. Because he was linked to Brighton, and I knew
Yeah.
Manchester United caught him first. They scored him first. So I don't know why they dropped him, but I think now they've gone back for Caglioclu because of the
Mm-hmm.
fact that he has been linked to Brighton. And sometimes we know, man, any player Brighton they are linked to, sometimes they end up getting him. And
Yeah.
I think he's a good player. He's a very, very good player. And the good thing about this guy is that he can play as a right back and as a left back.
Okay, let me just read this. According to Turkish journalist Yagish I can't even Shabukuglu, Man United have spoken to the agent of Kadioglu. They have asked that the agent what personal terms package his client would want if he moves to Old Trafford. Getting personal terms in place with Kadioglu would be the first step towards to trying to reach an agreement with Fenerbahce for the fullback. And now we know that Jose Mourinho is the manager of Fenerbahce. We know that he wants Victor Lindelof. Can there be
Mhm.
something we take? I give you Victor Lindelof. We take Kadioglu, and there is kind of a deal,
A
right?
little cash on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it will make perfect sense, man. And for me,
Mm.
I still don't know why United are not taking the 8 million because I know Fenerbahce are offering 8 million for Lindelof. Sometimes just cut your losses. Let the guy go. Build a relationship with Fenerbahce. Let the guy go to Fenerbahce, whereby you can go back. Or right now, as it is right now, you have a player you want from Fenerbahce, and you've got a thing where you know very well that Jose Mourinho wants Lindelof.
Yeah,
There's
he
a deal
was.
that can be done there. How about we add Lindelof to the deal? We'll give you guys 20 million or 25 million for
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
plus
I'm cool.
Lindelof
I'm cool.
and
Mm.
get the deal done. This can be done like that. Like the way Chelsea now are looking at Osimhen. They have what Napoli wants. Napoli wants Lukaku. They want
Yeah,
so they have that power. So they can now you can do the same thing right now, whereby they sit down, have a round table talk. We are going to give you guys Lindelof. We are going to add 22 million, 20 million pounds on top of it for Cardioglu.
Kadioglu.
And
Yeah,
think that there's a deal to be dealt, there's a deal to be done there. But we did get that deal done. That's what we have to just wait and see.
yeah,
But I think it makes a lot of sense. Make a lot of sense, man.
yeah. Well, also
100%.
rumors regarding Frankie De Jong is also doesn't want to give up either.
That's what I don't understand. Like Brandon Young, I don't understand, man. And I think many Manchester United fans rate Frank de Jong. He's a good player, no doubt. He's a good player, no doubt. But as it is right now, Frank de Jong is prone to injury. He's prone to injury. The only reason why Barcelona are looking to ship him out is because they can see right now this guy is a burden. First of all, he's earning 600,000 pounds as a euros.
Okay, well, let's just play with the thoughts. What if we don't get Ugarte? So Manchester United have abandoned the pursuit of PSG midfielder Manuel Ugarte, according to some reports, ready to
Yeah.
make a fresh move for Erik ten Hag's initial target when he first came in, Frankie De Jong. Papa Eric, Papa Eric wants him back. Um, but it's led to believe that they are lowering down they want to get rid of him, so they say 35 million pounds. And for
Yeah.
Frankie, he's got double wages at Barcelona because of the deferred wages. So he was on astronomical wages, but that is gone now. So,
Okay.
Manchester United can come in and swoop it in, pay 35 million, get a very good CDM with the ball progression and everything, but they will be on their terms. You will not get more than 200k a week or 250k, son. Take it or leave it. What you gonna do? Oh,
I
Papa
mean,
Eric, I love you. Give me my weekly allowance.
well, I mean, that's one thing we could say about that. At the same time,
And
I would say
also,
that
if because I'm sure Barcelona are still owing the young money. So
mm,
if Barcelona will be willing to pay whatever amount they are owing to be in the young themselves, then United can do a neutral deal with De Jong.
Well,
Because I mean, I'm just scared that's injury prone.
but gents, just
Like,
think about it. Ten Hag was obsessed. We've seen
mhm.
numerous times to try to make the deal. We've seen Arnold, we've seen Murcha down there, spotted in Barcelona. They didn't get it over the line because of the deferred wages thing, right?
Yeah, true.
It was a deferred wages. As a footballer, Barcelona owed Frenkie de Jong money. They didn't want to pay, but they came to a solution. Hang tight. We're going to pay you double wages. You're going to pay you back what we own you, 17 million. You just don't walk away from that, right? So that was the stumbling block. Now the
Yeah, true.
solution is completed. And do you think that Ten Hag has given up on him? Right? He started his initial, like when he came to United, he wanted to build a team around Frankie de Jong.
Yeah.
You know, if you look at his style of play of football. So I'm just
Hmm.
saying, don't rule this out.
All right.
Hmm.
One more ex Ajax player, guys, to bring to the table before I bring in another one of our Manchester United faithful fans. So this is one of the current reports coming in right now,
Ah, that was
guys. And
bullshit.
I was about to say the same thing, but just a report, guys. I wouldn't pay too much mind to this. I think it's like more like a parking ticket situation. It's not going to be anything like he's going to be locked up in jail and prohibited from travel or anything like that. But what I am thinking is it might force Bayern Munich to say, what, this might be a little bit of trouble. Let's pay this, let's get this ticket dealt with, get this situation over with, and get him out of here. So you never know. This might cause the price to go down and United to sign the player. I don't know. I just
Let's
feel
hope
like
so. how
Yeah,
much?
yeah,
How
yes.
much is the ticket? Let's just hope so.
Let's
big up to
use
Tommy
this.
Boyle coming in.
Tommy,
What's good,
Tommy,
Tommy?
Tommy.
Hi, fellas. How you doing?
Chilling,
Yeah, we're
chilling.
just
Just
How
turn
every-
the mic
discussing
up a
about.
little bit, no, broski, please. It's a little low. Right.
Turn
So
up
this is
your.
just one of the
Is that any
reports. I
better?
have one more. I wanted to ask you. Well, actually two more. But this Todibo deal to West Ham, guys. What are we
Mm,
saying? Because in all fairness, we know West Ham. They're
they're
signing it.
doing the
They're gonna sign
madness.
this player on a loan with the option to buy. It's coming from Nice. Is this a you do this deal for you? You take Wan-Bissaka from us. We get the
Can
player
be.
we looking for. Could it be
Can
this, guys?
can be.
it
We,
can
we
be.
were
I
blocked.
think
We were
so.
blocked. We were supposed to get him. We were blocked. But at the end of the day, we could have got him in January, like, no questions doubt. But it could be so. It could be so. But if I go back to the initial story there with De Ligt and the car accident, he apparently he was backing and he didn't know that he hit a car, so he drove away and didn't know. He didn't know he hit it, and they're making a meal out of it. But that could United use that to lower down the price? Hey, you got a criminal record now. Right? You're trying to do this with our youngster that we bought and got injured, and now you're trying to mug us off to say, hey, you need an extra centre back. Well, hang on. We want a centre back, but now he's got police record.
Yeah.
Lower
So,
down the
guys,
price.
question from the chat. Story coming in. West Ham, many good buys. I would have to agree with that.
Yeah,
Full Krug as
100%.
well as Somerville, as well as Todibo
Yeah.
looking to go in there. They had one or two other signings as well. I think they have created a deep squad, a squad that could compete. What are you guys thinking?
No, Van-Bissaka should be licking lips here. He should, like, drop his 7 million charges to say, I want to go to this squad because I'm going to make top four.
Yeah. But I'm just a little bit scared. They've got what's his name, Lupitegi. So that is the problem there.
Yeah, Lopetegui, yeah.
So
They're having a
if
good
if,
window.
if there was a manager out there, a decent manager like the likes of Unai Emery, then a top four will come into being realistic. But Lupitegi, I'm not sure, man. I'm sorry,
Hmm.
I'm not.
Interesting. Tommy,
Interesting.
what are you thinking about this signing for West Ham, bro? Because at the end of the day, we focusing on United, but this was just pretty interesting to me with the amount of signings that they received.
I think Sir Jim is a very crafty man. I think if they get to Devo, that means they've got to take Wan-Bissaka whether they like it or not, or ain't letting them
Yeah,
go.
true that.
But all I wanted to say about everything we've been talking about really is just
It's Thomas today.
I think him Mike a little bit, Tommy. He wasn't hearing it. It
Yeah,
was
he's
really
very low.
it was Bobby McFarlane. Don't worry, be happy.
big up. I know how that is go. I know how that is go. That's how I look
It's
at
been a
things, to be
crap
fair.
week, hasn't it? I mean, we haven't got anybody in. We're all a bit disappointed about everything that's fallen off with Ugarte and Mazaroui and Delit. But, you know, I think for me, expectations this year aren't very high anyway. I just want to watch this team grow because we're only at the start of a rebuild, aren't we?
Yeah.
That's it for me for this year. I just want to see the young lads come in, do well, start of the rebuild, and hopefully next season we'll be back at it. I know that
100%.
sounds terrible because we all want to finish where as high as we can, but at the same time, I think when you're just starting on a new project, it's difficult, to compete at the highest level. If we finish top four, I think take a bow, son, for Erik ten Hag and his team if we finish top four. So yeah, I mean, my expectations aren't too high this year. I just want to watch this team grow.
You can come here. Check it out.
Yeah, that was all I wanted to say, really.
This is my story. We are live.
So, guys,
That'll be. Yeah, go on.
yeah, no, I was not going to ask you, Timber, comment on what you was going to say, and then about this question from Brendan Chappell here, considering Todibo, does that mean Man United might possibly be in for him next summer?
Yeah, with the way we've seen clubs looking for loopholes to get deals done, we've seen Chelsea. Like I see, ask myself, where is Chelsea getting money from? How are they doing it? And we've seen clubs do it, so it's possible. It's very much possible whereby it goes on loan since they said United cannot get him based on the fact that they've got that co-ownership going on. We have seen the likes of Man City do it. Man City signed Troyes. They signed them Savio from Troyes. They loaned him out to Girona. From there, he came to what's it called? They came to Man City. So this can be smart because at some point I was streaming. Somebody came and said, "Why don't Sir Jim Ratcliffe loan Todibo to the club they have in Switzerland? I don't know which club. I've forgotten the name of the club. They should loan him there. Then after a year, they go and sign him there. So there's every possibility that he gets to come to West Ham on loan, whereby now it's a buy obligation to buy, and United gets him from there, probably for a cheaper price. It's possible, and with
It's
the fact
possible.
that it's possible.
Yeah, 100% it's possible. 100%. 100%. You know what? I mean, West Ham is doing madness at the moment. Like, they're recruiting like they're going to be in top four. Like I said, it's good. Like, it's good that we see some competition, and if they get Todibo 100%, as what you said, Sir Jim Ratcliffe is not a mug, 100%. And they need to take, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. They made a priority to sign him as well. So that means that Lopetegui is scouted him and said he will suit the way I want to play. And I'm not worried, to be honest. The only problem is that the demand of 7 million payout that he wants from his contract. Like, come on, man. Just get on your bike, go down to London. You're from London. You will enjoy. You will play for Lopetegui. You will have a lot of good players. And off you go, right? The same with Scott McTominay. No
And they will
retreat,
play,
no
man. They
surrender.
will
Yeah,
play.
they will play for first
They will
team
play,
football.
man. They will play. Aaron, I'm sure of Aaron Basaka. He will get game time there. I don't know about Scott McTominay because you've got Paqueta. You still have Bowen. You still have who else? Alvarez. Okay, no, Alvarez is injured. But for Aaron Basaka, I'm sure he's going to get game time for sure. Aaron Basaka is
Yeah,
going to get game time under
100%.
Lopetegui.
100%.
100%.
100%. You
Get game
gotta
time.
you gotta look yourself in the mirror. Sometimes the mirror is cracked. You can't fix a broken mirror. That's the thing, guys. So the thing is, you gotta look at where I'm gonna play minutes, right? If Scott McTominay is getting yet full first time football minutes, he's gonna look around like in the around the Manchester United squad. I'm not gonna get minutes here. Same with Van
Mhm.
Bissaka. They're sitting there cushion, they're sitting on a comfortable seat. They're being pampered FC. You know what I mean? But it's time to put the foot down to see. I did a stream with Papi to say these Deadwood players, they are like you're having a housewarming party, right? And there's always the one or two that sits there to the very end and refuse to go. So you give them all the signs like, oh, it's time to sleep, it's time to go, but they just don't want to leave. They're sitting there eating up all your food, drinking all your vodkas and stinking up the place. But it's time to kick them out and say, listen, go, we don't want you, right? That's the thing. That's just
Yeah.
kind of like an analogy that I'm using. So yeah, I mean, big up for
100%.
Western, but I'm just looking what we are doing, and that's what I care about. So I'm not worried. I think that these players will go out the door eventually, and we just have to have a little bit of faith in what the guys are doing. Like, they're working to sell these players. We haven't sold anyone. We haven't been good in selling in the past, but that was in the
True.
past. Now we're turning the corner. We're building a new team, and that's what I said in the beginning. Once swallow don't make a whole summer, and you're never going to build a whole squad in one summer. Like, it's going to take 1 or 2 windows to get a full complete
100%.
squad and to get those dead woods out as well. They don't fit the system.
Well, guys,
Yeah.
you know what I
Go on.
mean? Oh, before you go with that last comment, Temba, I wanted to introduce you to the fan base because, Temba is one of my brethren there. He is in the private chat. For those of you who know, he's into the
Telegram chat, yeah.
MUFC really realist private chat, and he's a Real Madrid fan. But he's a
Oh,
neutral
yeah.
fan. He has a very good opinion, so I wanted to bring him in to have his opinion because, in my honest opinion, the only rival fan I would speak to is a Real
Yeah.
Madrid fan. We don't really
Yeah.
deal with the enemies. But this guy,
Yeah.
we have a kind of relationship with the amount of players and stars that went between both clubs. So we got to make an exception for the Real Madrid fan base. You know what I'm saying? So big up to Temba for coming through today. Guys,
Yeah.
we want to be back later on for a slight match preview somewhere in the region of 8:30 UK. I don't know if you guys might be willing to join in for that. It's going to be pretty short. We will talk about, the team and the lineup and what the possible starting 11 is going forward for the match against Man City tomorrow at 4 p.m. at Wembley. As you know, we play in the Community Shield, guys. So,
Yeah.
Temba.
Mark, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I lost everything. Just before I leave, because I have a astute guest that came just into the door, all the way from USA, Man United fan, my neighbor. He just want to say hello.
Big up,
Hey, guys.
bro.
Brewski,
What's
Big up,
up?
big up, big up,
Chilling,
to you.
chilling,
GGMU.
bro.
Go
Big up to
you.
you.
Let's go,
Big up to
baby.
you.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And also, I started a poll which I want to relieve, say to you, because I did a poll.
Mick Rushmano said he sent you some updates. And,
He
earlier on
did.
I saw in Rushmano posted
Yeah,
in the chat
let
and
me
I've
just check.
started. And he's
Bron-
saying,
Yeah, I just want to say I have a little bit lagging problem. He's starting to bucket down. I'm in a monsoon. And I said, I just want to close this poll. I said, do you think Anthony would turn around this season? Mark, you're his biggest fan? But
yeah,
I
I
want to
think
say that the community don't agree. 53% says no.
that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. I think
Don't
I
cry.
think he will fight that. As long as it's not 100%, there's hope.
Yes.
That's true, though. That's true.
Give me hope, Joanna. Give me hope, Joanna. Come on. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
so
you said Rushman sent through some stats. I'm having a freezing computer. So, Matt, do you have it?
No, I don't have it. He sent it to you, Mick. I think he sent it to
Hang
you
on.
on Twitter.
Yeah.
So, but he did mention early on in
My
the chat
bloody
that the Ugarte deal is
computer
still
just
on. So
froze,
let's
so I
hear
don't
what the
see this.
update he
Wait,
sent
hang
you
on,
is
hang on.
about.
Yeah, hang on a second. I'm just pulling it up. Holy shit balls.
Truly, we will talk about that, Tommy. We will talk about that. Mick disappeared. Mick, you all right?
did they pay the money? I've
Okay.
paid
It's a
65
lot
million
of
for
money for
Solanke.
Solanke, that is, isn't it? Jesus.
All right. I think Mick
Are you
disappeared. He will be
serious?
back.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
65
65
million
mil
they paid for him. Pounds, not
Solanke.
euros.
Man.
Just come up on Sky Sports News now. Done the deal.
65
I
million.
know, man. For a
65
Liverpool
million.
reject.
But what are we screaming about, man? Because we saw that they paid the same money for what's it called? What's his name? Richarlison. But man, I never saw that one coming. I never expected they're going to pay that 65 million. I was expecting around 55 million pounds max for Solanke.
100%.
65.
Yo, Rushy, I'm not sure if I think my computer froze, so I don't know if you might want to just drop the update in the chat and I'll bring it up and read it out, bro. Because I don't think look, he's back. He's back. Mick is back. Big up.
Yeah, I sorry, my whole system just crashed. It's like bucketing down. We have monsoon rain pouring down. It is all hell is breaking loose. Listen, Rushmano sent me something on Telegram. I cannot share the screen because my system is absolutely broken, like that song. So let me just see the community. Guys, if you want to join the Telegram group as well, like an MUFC Realist TV, all the brilliant legends are in there chatting away. Let me see what Matt sent us today. Let me see. Let me just open that one to see. George Mendes is in talks with players and clubs for Manchester United. George Mendes is acting like as an intermediate. There's big discussions, but also don't worry, Man United will be busy in the next days and weeks for the final part of the summer, according to Fabrizio Romano. There will be signings, there will be outgoings, and that's about it.
And I'm
100%.
surprised. I'm surprised because George Mendes is a, I think he's the agent of Ugarte, and he was also the agent of Lenin Euro. So it makes sense, and he knows
No,
how
no,
to.
agent. He's not the agent. He's the intermediate. He's the creme de la creme. He's just the,
Yeah.
the spider in the web. The what do you call it? The spin doctor. The deal maker.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
All
And
right.
he's a good one, man. He's the best in the
He's
world. I'm sorry.
okay.
Wow.
Ish.
Well,
Anyway, guys, I gotta go.
big
It's
up, Mick.
time for me. I
Yeah,
have
big up,
problems
big
with
up,
my
big up, big up.
system, and I have my legendary mate here from all the way from USA visiting. Glory, glory, Man United.
Yes, glory, glory.
Glory, glory, is Wayne
Big up,
saying.
Mick.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Big
Thanks
up
for
me, big up
coming
me, big up
in.
me, big up.
Yep. And
Big
we're
up.
going to go and shoot some pool, but we're going to wait for this monsoon rain. Anyway, everyone that's tuning in on my channel, Mark, fantastic as per usual. Just want to say, smash the living like out of this. 937 watching on MUFC Realist TV. Give us a little bit cheeky like and give Mark a little cheeky like. And thanks for the chats and revenues. And I just froze, right?
Yeah.
Big
You're back for a little bit.
Damn. The gremlins are in here.
ups to
Like,
you.
it's like that Disney movie, Frozen, like, Frozen. Let it
100%.
go, let it go. Happy Friday, everyone. See you later.
Yeah,
Bye
fine.
for now.
Yeah.
Big up,
Ciao.
Mick. Catch you later. Guys, that's a whopping fee that they paid for Solanke there while we're struggling to find the money. Imagine what we could do with that 65 million. It would be
Man, it's
amazing.
crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. Sometimes, where are they getting this money from? I thought that the Levy was just a stingy guy that cannot even get deals into the club. But man, 65 million. I was not expecting. I'm sorry, I was not expecting it. I was thinking. I knew they were serious about it, and Fabrizio Romano also posted it like, keep an eye on this deal. But I was looking at in the range in the region of between 55 to 50 million to 55 million because of the fact that Liverpool are going to get 20% of whatever amount of the deal is done on. So I knew Bournemouth would want more, but I never knew they will just pay the release clause itself.
It's 55.
65 million.
It's
Then he has to
55 and
deliver,
10
man.
million add-ons.
Okay, tell me add-ons. Okay.
Yeah.
Then he has to deliver. He has to deliver. I'm sorry. He has to deliver. I'm sorry. He has to, man.
Absolutely.
He has to. He has to. But I do believe he'll do well, bro. I believe he'll do well because watching him play at what's it called?
Bournemouth. Yeah.
Bournemouth. He looked decent. And if he can score 19 goals at Bournemouth, how much more? Playing for Tottenham, you will get more chances created for him and everything. And it's fair, you could say, is the perfect replacement for Harry Kane, actually. So let the season begin and let's see what it's all about.
100%.
So that's why I have to just.
Rushy is
But
coming
what
in
what
with
do you
the
have to?
update that
Okay.
we weren't able to get with Mick. Sorry to cut you there, Tommy Boyle. You know, the
Yeah.
expectation is that Mazaroui and Delit will both join United this month. If all goes to plan, a double transfer will be completed. Positive negotiations are ongoing between the clubs. United is pushing for the deal to be done. Thank you so much to Rushmano. Big up to you for the updates, my bro. You know, Rushy is a guy, he has his finger on the pulse as well. So I believe when he comes with an update, it's usually something you should, pay attention to, in my honest opinion. He's very, very good. So yeah, that looks like it is what it is, guys. So far, a slow transfer window for Manchester United. It's not something that would be ideal, but it's also one of those situations where, it's not much we can do about it at the end of the day. So big up to everyone coming in and joining us. Thank you so much for Themba Banks for coming through. Big up for the debut on my channel, Tommy Boyle. Always welcome my brother to the channel. You know how it is, broski.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate
And
that.
and
So
before you go, before you end the stream, this guy called what's his name? Karaga. Talks
Jamie
crap.
Carragher.
That guy talks rubbish. I'm
Bro,
not
he
surprised
spits on
why
a
Messi
fan,
called
something like that, right? Yeah, we don't talk to we don't consider those guys, bro.
The
I think
spitting
he's a
okay.
hater. I think he's a hater, bro. So I don't really pay attention to him. Big up to football fan zone in the chat coming in there.
Yeah. All right, man. Big up, man. I'm happy to be here, man. Anytime, any day, I'll always jump in when
Yeah,
you
man, and you know how it is,
want to.
guys. You know we will be back
Yeah,
later
nice to
for the
meet you,
match
dude. Nice
the
to
match
meet you.
preview. If Tommy will join me, guys, if you're willing to join me, it will be live at 8:30 UK, half an hour stream, short and sweet, because I know it's Friday and you guys want to get out and party. But make sure to be safe, guys. You know, if you're making a commute from home, from work, wherever you're headed, be safe out there. You know, the roads is not made for anyone really. So be safe. Enjoy your weekend, guys. Let's look forward to the Community Shield. I will look forward to seeing you guys later. Bless up to all
Yeah.
of you joining Football Fan Zone, Rush Mano, Illis United, Brendan Chappelle, Paul S., the Yorkshire Cowboy in the building. Big up to you, Danny B, as well, MFO. Big up to Courtney French. Big up to Story. Big up to all of you guys coming in, man. Sorry if I didn't say your name. And if you weren't in the chat, big up to you still. You're still a legend. Thank you for always supporting us every single time. Thank you so much. And guys, don't forget, like it, share it around. On the road to 1K. Can we get there by the first game of the season versus Fulham? Let's kick it off with a watch along and a 1K celebration party. Big up to all of you guys joining me. It's your boy, Mark and MUFC fan, Themba Banks, and none
Big up, big
other
up, big
than
up.
Tommy Boyle in the building. Mick was here earlier, but he had to jet. So we'll see you guys later. Big up.
Big up.